Proponents of critical race theory, referred to as CRT, and diversity, equity, inclusion, known as DEI, rely on irrational, nonlinear thinking, and language manipulation to cloak their underlying message that inequity of outcome between identity-based groups of people can only be attributed to hidden systemic racism and bias present in every institution, every interaction, and most importantly every privileged individual. The two methods of discourse manipulation, logic and language manipulation, can be found in Stephanie Williams's presentation by way of intentionally confusing and illogical graphics and ambiguously defined words, terms, and phrases found in her slides and her spoken lecture. In this presentation, we will unpack the graphics, words, and terms used by Ms. Williams in her presentation, Teaching for Equity. We will provide clear evidence found in the information provided by Ms. Williams in her presentation to show the CRT, DEI term, doing the work, is a categorical and intentional method of action, designed to implement and institutionalize unequal, identity group-centered policies and practices that compel individual discrimination moralized, and compelled through weaponizing empathy. Weaponizing empathy is the process of intentionally manipulating an individual by leveraging that individual's desire to be good, to do good, and to appear good, with the goal of weaponizing that individual against their peers, for the purpose of achieving power for the manipulator. Weaponized empathy is often accelerated, and made more potent, due to the innate desire of that individual to protect their career, livelihood, and family. The work as promoted by Ms. Williams weaponizes empathy in the following ways. 1. Compelled self-discrimination. Create an atmosphere of professional, social peer pressure through interpersonal monitoring of all professional, educational, and social interactions. The goal of compelled self-discrimination is to promote self-censorship and/or self-expulsion of anyone at Norman Public Schools, hereinafter referred to as NPS, who might harbor questions or dissenting viewpoints about the validity and virtue of the work in equity-based education. 2. Compelled interpersonal discrimination. Those who do not self-censor or self-expel will be compelled to not let their racist mistakes deter them from doing better by perpetuating the cycle of the work. This is accomplished through weaponized empathy. 3. Compelled institutional discrimination. Socially moralizing, justifying, and promoting identity-based viewpoint discrimination throughout NPS by adopting and implementing so-called anti-racist policies as defined by Ibram X. Kendi and Ms. Williams in her presentation. In the video she quotes Mr. Kendi. One either allows racial inequities to persevere, as a racist, or confronts racial inequities, as an anti-racist. This quote supports the idea that if you are not a person of color, you must become anti-racist by doing the steps they define in the social justice education process. Once you attain the highest zone, you have become an activist of their cloaked racist cause, utilizing self-discrimination and peer pressure to push their ideology on those around you. To recap, our first video has explained how the CRT and DEI ideology gain traction through confusing terms and phrases and play on people's emotions to weaponize empathy. Awareness of their tools and tricks gives you a path to clearly hear the message they want to inject into our society, local government, community, and schools. It is racism. While they may not get you, they are pushing to get our children. We must stop it now and raise a generation that understands we are one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.